When you look back, it's quite amazing that in the first 4 years of its existence, Doctor Who spawned not one, but 2 movies starring Peter Cushing as the Doctor in battle with the Daleks. And now these movies from 1965 and 1966 are getting a deluxe 4K/Blu-ray collector's set treatment. You'll find a link to those releases downstairs in the video description, but what I thought we'd do today is have a look at the very first home video releases of these movies on VHS. This one first then. What a great cover. I love the way that the title of the movie has been incorporated into the casing of the Dalek. This artwork is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Let's take a closer look. Yeah, it's so good. I love everything from the pink death ray spewing out of the Dalek to the pink text along the top here, and great portraits of the Doctor and his companions, and then a whole load of Daleks. Yeah, this is an incredible cover. Absolutely incredible. Oh, there's a cheeky little Dalek there with a pincer on the side, trying to mount some kind of pincer movement, no doubt. Now, look at how much blurb they used to have on the back of VHS releases. This is basically the entire plot of the movie. Does it actually tell you how it ends? No, it actually doesn't. It tells you that Roberta Tovey, Jenny Linden and Roy Castle are in the movie, along with obviously the Hammer horror star Peter Cushing. And this is interesting, this text refers for some reason to the fact that the Doctor can regenerate. As we all know by now, Doctor Who is a Time Lord who every so often vanishes into the infinite to return totally changed in appearance and personality. This secret hadn't been revealed in 1965 when puzzled youngsters found him portrayed by Hammer horror star Peter Cushing, instead of by television's William Hartnell. Today's better informed child can understand that he was wearing the identity of a dotty grandfather when he invented the TARDIS? And first tangled with the Daleks. Yeah, I don't know why. It feels like someone was given about 300 words to write on the back of this and just kind of fumbled for anything they could find to write about, really. Yeah, but it's kind of charming, isn't it? And look, the movie, when it came out, had a U certificate, which means universal, suitable for everyone. And it was really, wasn't it? I mean, I remember really enjoying this. These movies were shown on Saturday mornings, I guess, on BBC One in the 70s, even though obviously I wasn't born then. So, absolutely charming movies, and this is just a beyond charming bit of packaging. And let's have a look, shall we, at the second movie, Daleks Invasion Earth, 2150 AD. I like the fact that they chose a year that still sounds futuristic. So many years in titles do not sound futuristic anymore. I possibly don't like it quite so much or love it so much as this first one, but I think it's really nice and it's really action-packed. I mean, it is really cool. I want to hear down in comments, by the way, what you think of these covers and indeed these movies. Which movie do you prefer as a movie, and which of these 2 sets of artwork do you prefer as well? But let's have a closer look at this. Nice portraits there of the Doctor and his companions. I like the big dramatic title there with a bit of 3D action going on. I mean, it is really dynamic. I'm probably being a bit hard on it, but I'm only saying that I prefer this one, I think. I think it's this bit of typography that really gets me, and the enormous Dalek. Whereas here, the Robo-Man is kind of front and centre, and that's not really what you want, even though it's dynamic and it looks action-packed. Still, there's Daleks here. Let's have a look at those. Yeah, that's nice. And of course, there's a Dalek spaceship. We can't get too many of those, can we? Shall we see how the copywriter managed to fill 300 words on the back? When Doctor Who returned to cinema screens in 1966, it was noticeable that the old boy was a good deal less absent-minded and considerably more of a man of action than he had been in the earlier film Doctor Who and the Daleks. Oh, that's quite an interesting observation. That's not actually filler, is it? That is an observation on character. Although why someone who's browsing for these in a video shop, as they would have been back in the early 80s, would need to read all this in order to know they wanted to rent it, I'm not sure. And Bernard Cribbins is in this. Hooray! Roy Castle in the first film and Bernard Cribbins in this film. And of course, Bernard Cribbins has since become a Doctor Who legend all over again. But it's good to remember that he was associated with Doctor Who. I mean, these movies are canon, let's be honest. Are they? Feel free to comment if you want to pull that thread. If they are caught and not exterminated, they will be turned into mindless robo-men or sent to work as slaves digging a deep mine near Bedford. Oh no, not Bedford. Sorry if you live in Bedford, I'm sure it's very nice. I don't think I've been there. You know what I love about these movies, compared to movies of today, is the running time. Look at this. The first movie, 78 minutes. The second movie, 80 minutes. Yeah. I tell you, when I was looking through video rental shops, looking through the shelves with my eyes wide, looking for things to rent and watch, I was delighted when something was about 80 minutes long because it meant it would be really lean and fat-free. Unless you're Goodfellas, you have to have a really good reason to breach that 2-hour mark, in my opinion. Let's take the camera off the hook and have a very quick look at how the videotapes themselves happen to look. Yeah, pretty matter-of-fact labels. That's typical of Thorn EMI, the label back in the day. Someone's written the number 152 on there, which was probably from a video rental shop that told the person where to find the actual video, because obviously the cases in video shops tended to be empty, otherwise people would have been running off with them. As I said, I want to hear from you down in comments. Which of these two movies do you prefer, and which of these two covers do you prefer? If you enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button and also subscribe if you haven't already done that vital thing. And here's what to watch next on the channel, this video right here, in which I give you my list of top 10 Doctor Who VHS artwork. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, don't forget to embrace your obsession.